A very wet but very glamorous opening ceremony marked the official start of the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris on Friday night local time. A repeat airs on NBC and streams on Peacock at 7:30 EDPDT. Feathers were present. Heavy metal was present. A fashion presentation took place in the pouring rain. Lady Gaga was present, and Celine Dion was there. It was the massive miasma of modern dance, symbolism, home country culture, and boredom that spectators have grown accustomed to in the contemporary era of opening ceremonies. It was amazing, but not surprising. And it was only somewhat tarnished by a dull NBC broadcast that, for some reason, assigned the lion's share of commenting duties to the ill-informed and bland combo of sportscaster Mike Tirico, talk show host and singer Kelly Clarkson, and former football star Peyton Manning. Throughout the 4-hour ceremony, nothing particularly remarkable or scandalous occurred. Can anything as spectacular as the opening ceremony of the Olympics be dull and unimpressive? Well, it seems that way. Even with puppet horses made of metal and a French flag constructed from colored smoke, the huge to-do across Paris along the Seine River was staged by the French producers of the ceremony, who undoubtedly tried something different from the traditional static spectacle in a vast stadium. Instead of entering the parade of nations with their flags waving for the cameras, the athletes from every nation rode on 85 different sized boats, creating a whimsical mini ferry festival that was more visually interesting than the imposing figures strolling the land. The event also defied convention by beginning the parade early and sprinkling it with entertainment and performances, ranging from French superstars like singer Aya Nakamura belting with a marching band to the aforementioned Gaga number, which was a bit rote and dull compared to everything that came after her. All of this culminated in the grand flag raising ceremony and the formal start of the games in front of the Eiffel Tower on a temporary stage designed to resemble the structure. Complicated in a logistical sense? Indeed. Cool looking. I will give it to them. All right. The entertainment breaks were enjoyable. However, they performed horribly when they were a part of a corporate synergy fest, like when the minions from the Despicable Me movie appeared, and far better when they incorporated quirky and wonderful elements of French culture. The French metal band Gojira's performance atop a Parisian skyscraper with fire shooting out front and scores of beheaded Marie Antoinettes below them was the ceremony's high point. It was soon followed by a scene from the French opera Carmen, an incredibly fascinating juxtaposition that was equally perplexing and captivating. Given that Dion has been battling a rare neurological condition, her passionate and moving performance on the Eiffel Tower to wrap it all out came in close second. Every word that Dion sung had emotion, and her performance was both a personal triumph for the infrequent performer and a powerful call to action for the athletes. The event was the typical full-on assault on our senses, marred in many of the worst ways possible by NBC's programming decisions. It seems likely that Manning, Tirico, and Clarkson should have said nothing at all, as they were unable to come up with anything noteworthy. It is one thing to make lighthearted jokes, but quite another to give viewers nothing at all pertinent or useful like French singer identification or competition and athlete statistics. Clarkson and Manning would much prefer to try to tie everything to their daytime chat show or to Manning's own football career. As well as making witty comments like the symphony of sounds is breathtaking. Kelly, at least it is something the audience at home can figure out for themselves. The huge, bold, and spectacular opening is what defines an Olympic opening. They rarely make sense, so they do not actually have to. Like the other games, these are competitions and opportunity for the home nation to prove they are simply that much superior to everyone else, that much more refined, that much more significant historically. If you are impressed with people dressed as croissants and fashion displays held in pouring rain, then the French may have struck gold. They went all out with the Eiffel Tower light extravaganza, including bringing the Olympic torch down the Seine in reverse to light the cauldron. It was quite beautiful, it was vivid, it was typical, it was all right. The games have started.